Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. This time we're going to be tackling literary devices from a stack of sources you sent in.
Oh, this will be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. Specifically, we're going to untangle symbolism, diction, tone, and theme.
Sounds good.
Right. Those concepts that everyone always gets mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
And, even I was surprised while I was prepping for this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, did you know that something as simple as like a green light in The Great Gatsby
Oh, yeah.
can like hold so much symbolic weight?
Oh,
At
absolutely.
the end of this, you'll be spotting these things everywhere,
I'd be like, oh.
like little Easter eggs.
I see what you did there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really cool.
So let's kick things off with symbolism.
Okay.
I think we all know the basic idea, right? A symbol stands for something else,
Right.
something beyond the literal meaning.
Yeah.
But where it gets really interesting is how authors use symbolism to add like depth and complexity to their stories.
It's all about reading between the lines.
Like that green light in The Great Gatsby.
Right.
On the surface, it's just a light.
Just the light on the dock.
But for Gatsby,
For Gatsby.
it's like this beacon of hope.
Yeah, it represents this yearning for a past he can't get back.
Exactly.
It's really sad.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's not even just about Gatsby and his personal longing, right?
Right.
There's like this bigger societal thing going on with the green light, too.
Oh, absolutely.
It speaks to the allure of the American dream,
Mhm.
the idea that, happiness can be found in these material possessions.
Yeah.
Fitzgerald uses this simple green light
That's all it is. Yeah.
to explore these like weighty themes.
Yeah. The unattainable path.
The disillusionment when we
Mhm.
chase after impossible dreams.
Yeah. It's pretty deep.
It really is.
Makes you think.
It does make you think, like, are we all chasing some version of that green light?
I think we are.
Maybe we need to look for the symbolism in
Yeah.
our own lives.
It can help us understand.
The forces that are shaping our desires and motivations.
Totally. Wow.
That's a really good point.
It's like literature can hold up a mirror
Oh, yeah.
to our own experiences.
Okay, ready to shift gears.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's talk about diction.
Okay.
Diction, in a nutshell, is all about the words an author chooses.
Yeah. And how those choices impact our understanding of the text.
Right, and every word carries so much weight.
Oh, for sure.
And every syllable can shape meaning.
Yeah, and create a specific effect.
It's like an author's toolbox.
Yes.
I love that.
Each word is carefully selected to build characters and settings and evoke certain emotions in the reader.
And one of the most striking examples I came across was from Pygmalion,
Oh, yeah.
Professor Higgins.
Totally obsessed with Eliza's speech.
He thinks he can transform her from a flower girl into a lady just by changing how she speaks.
Shaw uses diction there to explore social dynamics of language.
It's not even just pronunciation, right?
Right.
It's about how language reinforces class distinctions.
It really makes you realize
Yeah.
how much our own diction
Or word choices.
reveal about us.
Think about it.
Think about how you talk
You adjust your language depending on who you're with.
at a job interview
Yeah.
versus like with friends.
We're all making choices about our diction,
Constantly.
whether we realize it or not.
It's true.
And authors,
They're masters of manipulating all of this.
to create specific effects.
Reveal characters' established tone and comment on social norms.
It's fascinating.
It is. It's interesting how diction can almost act like a time machine, right?
Oh, totally.
It can transport us back to a different era just by looking at the language.
Try reading Chaucer in the original Middle English.
Oh my God.
Talk about a workout.
I know, right?
Yep.
And it's not even just the like archaic words or grammar.
Right.
The diction reveals a whole different worldview
Like a different way of thinking,
about society.
about life,
Yeah.
about the universe even.
The whole thing.
Each era has its own like linguistic fingerprint.
Yes.
You can almost pinpoint when something was written
just by looking at the language.
just by the language. Like take Shakespeare.
Okay.
You can see how he uses language to like reflect the social hierarchy
Oh,
of
absolutely.
Elizabethan England.
Especially in a play like Hamlet.
Oh yeah, Hamlet.
You can hear the power dynamics
Just from how they talk to each other.
and the way that they address each other.
The formality, the deference.
It's all encoded in the language.
That's what makes studying diction so fascinating.
It really is.
It's not just about understanding the words themselves.
It's about uncovering those layers of meaning.
The historical context, the social commentary.
That's all there.
It's like being a literary detective.
I love that.
Speaking of clues,
Okay.
I think it's time we tackle tone.
Yes.
We touched on this a little bit before,
Yeah, we did.
but it's such a crucial element of literature.
It deserves a deeper dive for sure.
Tone is like the emotional soundtrack of a story.
Yes.
It sets the mood,
Absolutely.
it influences how we interpret the characters,
Totally.
even shapes our own emotional response.
To the work as a whole?
Okay, so think of it this way.
Okay.
Diction is the what?
The what?
The words the author chooses.
Okay.
Tone is the how.
I
See
see.
how those words are delivered,
Yeah.
the attitude or the feeling behind them.
I like that.
So it's not just what is being said.
Is how it's being said.
Exactly.
And just like our own tone can change, right? Depending on the situation.
Of course.
An author's tone can shift throughout a piece, too.
Oh, for sure.
Like imagine a mystery novel.
Okay.
It might start out light and playful,
Uh-huh.
and then as the suspense builds,
Right.
the language becomes more ominous.
You can feel the tension rising.
Just from the way the author describes things.
The word choices, the sentence structure,
It all contributes to that feeling of unease.
and those shifts in tone.
Those are deliberate.
They're not random.
The author is making choices to guide our reading experience.
To create suspense, to foreshadow events,
Really?
or even to signal a change in a character's perspective.
Another layer to that secret code.
It is.
And just like with symbolism and diction,
Right.
being attuned to tone helps us read with a deeper understanding.
It's not just about what the words say. It's how they make us feel.
So we've got symbolism,
We do.
we've got diction, we've got tone,
We do.
but there's one more big piece to this puzzle.
Theme!
Theme! We've been dancing around it.
We have.
Now it's time to dive in head first.
Okay, let's do it.
Theme, the beating heart of a story.
It's what gives it meaning.
Resonance.
Staying power.
It's that big idea,
Right.
that underlying message,
That the author is trying to explore.
the thing that sticks with you long after you've finished reading.
And themes often deal with universal human experiences.
Love, loss, ambition,
Justice.
the struggle against societal norms
Those big questions
that we've been asking for centuries.
Exactly.
And it's not always explicitly stated.
No, it's not.
Sometimes you have to really dig.
You gotta do some digging to uncover the theme.
Like a literary detective, looking for those clues and those patterns.
Paying attention to the characters, their motivations, their conflicts,
Their choices,
looking at the setting,
the historical context, the social environment,
and looking for those recurring motifs
those symbols or images
that hint at something bigger.
at the larger themes at play.
So we're talking about theme, and you mentioned it can be like detective work.
Yeah,
But how do we know if we're like on the right track?
that is a good question.
Authors don't just come out and say, hey, here's the theme.
No, they don't make it that easy.
Right.
It's all about piecing together the puzzle.
Using all the tools we've been talking about.
Exactly.
Symbolism, diction, tone.
So, for example, if a novel keeps using these images of birds in cages,
Oh, interesting.
you might start thinking about themes of freedom and confinement.
Ah, so those recurring motifs you mentioned, they're like breadcrumbs,
They can be.
leading us to the bigger picture.
And don't forget about those pivotal moments in the plot.
Those turning points.
When characters make decisions or their perspective changes,
Right.
those scenes can really illuminate the core themes.
It's like those aha moments in a mystery novel.
Yes, when everything clicks into place.
But even the title itself
Oh, yeah.
can be a clue.
The title can be a big clue.
Authors often choose titles that point to the central ideas.
The things they're really grappling with.
So we gotta pay attention to all these different elements.
It's all connected.
The motifs, the plot, the characters, even the title.
And then see how it all fits together.
Here's something I've always wondered about theme.
Okay.
What if different readers interpret it differently?
That's a great question.
Is there a single right answer?
That's what makes literature so engaging.
Yeah.
There isn't always one definitive answer.
So it's more about making a convincing argument,
Right.
showing how the text supports your interpretation.
Exactly like building a case.
You gather evidence from the text
You look at the symbolism, the diction, the character's actions.
and use it all to back up your ideas.
It's like a literary debate.
This has really opened my eyes
I'm glad.
to how deep and complex literature can be.
It's amazing.
I feel like I have a whole new set of tools for understanding the books I read.
The best part is this is just the beginning.
The more you read
The more you'll start to see these devices.
and engage with literature on a deeper level.
It's like we've unlocked a secret code
Now we can see the hidden messages.
everywhere.
So to wrap up our deep dive,
Okay.
we've explored symbolism, diction, tone, and theme.
Those powerful literary
They
devices
make literature so captivating.
and thought-provoking.
And remember, this is just a starting point.
Yeah, the real journey starts when you take these tools,
And apply them to your own reading.
pay attention, ask questions, and don't be afraid to challenge your interpretations.
Literature is a conversation.
Everyone's voice is welcome.
Beautifully said. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.
My pleasure.
Now go forth and conquer those bookshelves.
With confidence.
We'll see you next time.